Thank you, Augusto, for inviting me. I think Confindustria and the IT Association certainly are playing a very important role in helping push innovation in Italy. Before I carry on, I just wanted to check if the translation is working fine. It's okay? Now, today I'll speak a little bit about some of my research in innovation, and this research, of course, is captured in a report that I publish every year called the Global Innovation Index. Now, you might ask, why did we create this and yet another index? There's so many indexes around today. And a lot of the reasoning is because innovation has itself innovated. As was mentioned in your introductory comments, innovation is no longer just high technology and IT. Innovation is culture, innovation is social, innovation is in a variety of forms. Let me take one example. Today, if you think of South America, and if you think of one country, Peru, many of you probably have been to Peru. It's a beautiful country. Traditionally, Peru was very much associated with tourism. So you go to Machu Picchu, you go to Cusco, you go to nice places. Today, Peru is the heart of excellence in Latin American cuisine. You tell it to Brazilians, they don't like it because they like to think Brazil is center of the world.
We have innovated already.
Absolutely. I think Italy certainly is one area where Italy and France also, I have to also add France. I know Italy and France don't necessarily always agree on food, but in general, I think if you look at culture, is a very important area of innovation also. In Peru, what has happened is in the last 15 years, two chefs, a husband-wife couple, Astrid and Gaston, they have really researched traditional ingredients in Peruvian history, combined it with other kinds of concepts around the world, and created not just global businesses, not just only Peruvian restaurant chains. Today they have a global empire of multiple chains spanning North America, Europe, and South America. But much more than just having created a global chain, they have inspired a whole generation of young Peruvians, inspired to have pride in the country. And today, if you go to Peru, a lot of people would see a whole generation of young people aspiring to become some of the best chefs in the country. And Astrid Gaston, they have started very inspiring social projects in which they go to poor neighborhoods and they try and train some of the best minds in poor neighborhoods to become chefs. It's a very, very intense, hard selection procedure. Very few qualify. But fundamentally, there's renewed pride, there's innovation in the country, and this is a very good example of how innovation has become broader. Now, in this index, that's what we tried to capture. We tried to capture this more global, more holistic nature of innovation, and this index was recognized by what we believe is one of the most important agencies for innovation, the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, in Geneva, and they have come on board as a partner on this project from this year onwards. So we have also other partners, Alcatel-Lucent, Booz & Co., and the Indian Industry Confederation. Now, I will have only about 6 slides to show you some numbers, and then I have 5 messages that I hope will carry some meaning in the Italian context today. So let's look at numbers first. First, what is behind the index? So there is a conceptual model behind the index. I will not go into details except to outline that there is a sense of inputs and outputs. Inputs are conditions that enable an economy to innovate, and outputs are the results of innovation and economy. So inputs, we have 5 important conditions around institutions, human capital and research, infrastructure, market sophistication, and business sophistication. Of course, subdivided into other categories. And you have the innovation outputs comprising of the traditional, what I would say the scientific outputs, science and technology outputs, but also very important, combined with the creative outputs. We see the more non-intangible creative sectors to be very important sources of innovation, aspects like what it describes.